So we're obviously here to celebrate Megan and John. But I just ask everyone here today to take note of the fact that all of the goodness we see in these two beauties is a reflection of our own inherent goodness. The love that we see up here outside of us is a mirror to the endless well of love that we all already have inside of us. The tears that fall from our eyes today when you see these two people so perfectly coming together are the reminders of our own basic goodness. As human beings, we begin our lives innocent and pure. And then as we grow up, we're exposed to all these difficulties and struggles and confusions that are very much a part of life. We can either let these experiences harden us and shut us down, or we can let them break us open, allowing difficulty to show us who we really are underneath everything. Now, I know that's easier said than done, because it's really hard work to be kind and to love yourself. But at some point in life, if we're open to it, we discover this ancient magic trick that goes something like this. The vulnerability that is required to love another person, to take care of another person, is the path to learning to love and take care of ourselves. Basically, the best way to love yourself is through loving others. We expand our access to the love we already have within us when we put ourselves in situations that ask us and allow us to love, which is exactly what Meg and John are doing here today. Nothing can happen without a cause. Meg and John's entire lives led up to that moment that they met on the beach. And everyone here, in big and small ways, played a part in the creation of that moment. So please, feel some joy that your struggles and your triumphs helped create this. Everyone here is a deeply interconnected part of this. How beautiful is that? How fortunate we are to be here and see these two people who should so obviously be together. Two people whose energy seems as if it was custom tailored for each other. We're here today to witness a commitment to transformation. And there is great bravery in commitment. It takes a lot to say, I'm going to do this with my heart and with my words and with my actions. We can't just hope to find love and then keep it on a shelf as if I have given you my love, you've given me your love, and now we just have to brush the dust off from time to time and we're basically done. It doesn't work like that. Because love is a living thing. Like a tree, it needs the right conditions to grow continually, yielding cycles of leaves and flowers and fruit. And if this stops, the tree stagnates and eventually dies. So, once we embrace love as a fully active practice, only then can we begin to speak of true love. So today, it's a new moon, which traditionally represents the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new. In many cultures throughout the world, people will actually wait to start important new projects until a new moon. So, I think this is an auspicious coincidence that they chose today. Their fully active practice of commitment begins today. And what a joy it is to see. So, now a little bit about Meg and John. John, even keeled, grounded and earthy, a giver, a definitively good dude. From the moment I met John, he's made me feel like family, and he seems to have that effect on everyone. You know, people just feel comfortable around John because he has this gentleness and depth and integrity and an equanimity that makes you feel right at home. You know, I think if John was even a little less genuine, a little less humble and kind, Meg would have sliced and diced through that. So, now, I can say from very personal experience that the fire of the linen cisterns burns very hot. And it is truly an art to not get burned by it. John and I have had many discussions over the years about this very subject. But I can also confidently say that the same linen sister fire, when contained through humility and kindness, will most definitely keep you very warm and protected. You're a lucky man, John. I'm honored to have such a perfect wingman on this journey of expanding family. Meg, you're truly one of a kind. you have an unmatched, energetic passion and fervor. There are very few people that can do what you do for a living. You're a protector of life, and it seems completely natural and obvious to you. I knew Meg before John. She was a lot more restless and uneasy, but then something happened to her. John happened to her. I remember watching in awe as she started to lighten up, as she relaxed, as she became more fearless. She began to develop more openness and a sense of humor. It was like John was this great big field that Meg could just run around in until she completely exhausted all of her struggle. Meg's incredible energy found its spacious and kind container, which allowed her to learn to relax and trust herself fundamentally. Now, when the Lennon girls want something, nothing will stop them. I remember Meg telling us how she was going to be with John a month in, all right? She was so certain that John was the one from the very beginning that I think with this certainty, which is very rare in life, that it's a beautiful testament as to what's to come with you two. It's such a joy to have watched you grow up together and yet retain a childlike, playful attitude. John and Meg, in my eyes, your union creates a perfect balance of complementary harmony. John is the space. Meg is the energy that dances like a flame within that space. May your lives together be long. May you spread the undeniable beauty of your connection throughout the world. Now we have a reading from Megan's grandmother, Carol McNeil. And everyone can sit.
This is a reading for Megan and John because I love them very much. Philippians 1. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions and I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I have nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant. It is not rude. It does not insist on having its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. And now, faith, hope, and love abide, these three, and the greatest of these is love.
Thank you. Now Meg and John are going to read the letters that they've written to each other. John. Thanks, Nick. Am I hot? Very hot.
Very hot.
Let's sit.
Megan. From the moment we met in Wildwood, New Jersey, there has been a sense of care and kindness in my life I was never sure of. From the moment we connected over the first of many intimacy genders, something changed in my life that I've had a tough time putting into words. This is my best shot. When we separated ways, that weekend, a sense of familiar started creeping into me. I felt like I was leaving something too early, like I was missing out. Until I received that Facebook friend request that I've been waiting for my whole life. In a way, it was perfect. Over the next few months, we were forced to get to know each other's minds, thoughts, interests, cares, and dreams from 8 to 7. I was thinking about things in ways I hadn't in years, when life seemed simpler and easy. In a way, our pen-pal relationship made me feel like a true version of myself. He tapped into my core and opened my heart. You support me in every aspect of my life, whether it makes sense, like motivating me to be the best I can possibly be in my profession. And where it doesn't, like sitting in cold drinks at 7 a.m., 2 hours away to coach 13-year-old hockey. You always tell me to pursue the things I'm passionate about, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I think anyone who has met you can understand what I mean. You have this way with people. You're honest, loving, kind, and fiercely passionate. It shows in how you'll do anything for both of our families. And like how we bought a house primarily to host holidays. And we hosted a combined Thanksgiving that very same year without making requests. It shows in your profession, taking care of premature babies, clinging to life, using your kindness to calm the hearts of anxious parents, and impressing those around you with the refined skills perfected at various hospitals across the East Coast and Midwest. No matter the long hours, night shift, bad weather, you're always willing to go above and beyond to help those in need. It shows in your relationships, who match your level of ferocity and loyalty. Your kindness and compassion touches those around you and creates airtight bonds that make it seem like no time has passed since we were last together. That ferocity is reciprocated. For example, the first time we spent time together in New York, I received multiple conditional death threats if I were to ever hurt you. But at this point, I don't think I have to sleep with one eye open. If we've made it that far, that's great. I haven't passed out, and we're about ready to go party. Words cannot express how much you mean to me. We found a balance that brings calmness and comfort to our lives when we are together, and even when we are apart. Every day I wake up happier than the next that I get to wake up next to you and continue our lives together. I truly feel that your love is all I'll ever need. The home that we've created for each other is built on a deep love I never thought I would be able to find. I can't wait to find out what the future holds with you. But at the same time, I would rather do nothing else than be here with you right now. I promise to love you with the same passion you put into every aspect of your life. I promise to meet that level of passion when you feel drained and empty to raise you back up. I promise to fight for you and give you everything you deserve and more. And I promise to stay true to myself, which you've allowed and encouraged me to be. Love you. It's hot.
John, to marry you is my greatest joy, and to finally have a socially acceptable time to talk about how much I love you. I can't say I'm surprised we ended up here, since I have loved you since the day I met you 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. Most people know this story since you are my favorite topic, but I will never forget looking into your face at Westies in Wildwood and having this overwhelmingly clear thought, I'm going to marry this guy. Who I met 2 hours ago is wearing a Natty Light t-shirt. Possibly most concerning is a frat brother of my cousin Rod. But I knew this as fact. Unlike every other decision in my life, I didn't overthink you. Shortly after I met you, I read somewhere that if it feels like home, then follow its path. somehow I knew you would be a home and an adventure all at once. And with this in mind, I started making my moves to get back to you. I knew I was justified in my plan to marry you shortly before I left St. Louis. I was working night shift at the time, so I was just waking up one evening, and you had sent me a picture of you and your little brother from Big Brother, Big Sister, with the text, "I want you to wake up to cute things." You didn't know me well, and I was about 800 miles away, but you were still considering how I would feel when I woke up. I remember telling my mom that you were the only person I had ever met that simultaneously made me feel like the most amazing person in the world, while also like I could be completely myself. Flaws and all. Making a life with you only continued to show me your warmth and just how special you were. It is so easy to marry you because I believe in who you are so much. I know your soul is pure goodness. I see this goodness in your kindness, in the way you treat me, my family, and everyone you interact with. I see it in the way you love other people's children that you coach. I see it in your patience, which never seems to run out. I see it in how you never complain about cooking dinner and waiting until 8 p.m. most nights to eat because I'm not home from the hospital. I see it in how you drive me to work in the snow and then you keep driving to help people who are stuck. You care about my well-being and everyone else's so much so that nothing you do is ever too much. And I can tell you honestly that you have never been unkind to me. Who you are doesn't just affect my life so positively. It affects everyone who interacts with you. Your own skin that it actually makes other people more comfortable with themselves. You also have the ability to make everything in life feel like such an event, which is convenient because I happen to love events. Tuesday night feels like New Year's Eve and I'm coming home to you. I think only you would attempt a clam bake by yourself on a weeknight. I'm glad you did.
That's good.
Your love of life shines through everything you do. Life with you is never boring, and you always seem to find the positive in things. You're the only person I know who could give a flood in the backyard a positive spin when you said, "How many people can say their house has a moat?" Being with someone like you makes for a love that is so easy. We can usually be found dancing in our kitchen while we do dishes or frantically cleaning our house before a party we decided to throw that day, cracking up and working like a well-oiled machine. And it's in these moments that I reflect on just how good our love is. You have given me a love that is more than I could have imagined. The kind of love that sleeps in a hospital hallway rather than ever thinking of leaving me when my mom's in the ICU. The kind of love that can change the worst days. Days that I feel so dark and prepared to stay that way. But I start talking to you as we eat dinner. And I feel myself start to smile. The smile only you can give me. It actually feels different on my face. And I am overwhelmed with so much love and gratitude to have someone like you that can lighten someone like me so well. You soften me in all senses of the word. You even proofread my emails to make sure they aren't too aggressive. They often are. You make me better, and together seems like the most obvious place for both of us. In conclusion, you have given me a life and a love that has brought joy to my heart and peace to my mind. A love that is beyond my highest expectation. And to live this life with you as your wife will be my greatest honor.
Right. So now we're going to exchange the ballots starting with John.
after me. I, John, take you, Meg, to be my wife.
I, John, take you,
Knowing in my heart that you will be my constant friend,
knowing in my heart that you will be my constant friend,
my faithful partner in life, and my one true love.
my faithful partner in life, and my one true love,
In sickness and in health,
sickness and health,
for richer or poorer,
richer and poorer.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
This ring is a token of my love. Ring. This ring.
This ring is a token of my love.
Marry you with this ring,
I marry you with this ring,
with all that I have and all that I am.
with all that I have and all I am. Yeah.
I, Meg, take you, John, to be my husband.
I, Meg, take you, John, to be my husband.
Knowing in my heart that you will be my constant friend,
Knowing in my heart that you will be my constant friend,
my faithful partner in life, and my one true love.
my faithful partner in life, and my one true love,
In sickness and in health,
sickness and in health,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poor.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
This ring is a token of my love.
This ring is a token of my love.
I marry you with this ring, with all that I have and all that I am.
I marry you with this ring, all that I have and all that I am.
There you
You may not kiss the bride.
go.